All right, episode 2, part 5. Okay, this is the way it's gonna go. We're gonna have miniature episodes because YouTube can only accept so many minutes.
Fuck you, YouTube.
But we'll probably have like six through 8 mini parts of an episode because we get together like 2 or 3 times a week. Then we'll up those on YouTube later. But we're trying to fit in everything that everybody likes. Right now, I just brought up something that's been on my head because I'm not religious. I do not believe in a man that America made up. We're gonna continue on with that. I'm mad at Donald Trump right now because he thinks he knows a little bit about running a country because he can open a couple of hotels. I mean, just because you're good at Monopoly doesn't mean you're good at running the country. That's all I'm saying.
You know what Donald Trump is good at? He's good at self-promotion.
He's good at making hot daughters. I don't care. Ivanka Trump is fucking hot.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can make any kind of chick you want if you're marrying some Russian
Model.
supermodel.
Come on, man. Look, that is the only way I'm gonna salute you, Trump. You pretty much got the hottest women in the world, but don't think you can run the world. Anyway, we'll get off the religion stuff because I know that can go on for days here. We talked about rock and roll and why I guess it's cool for guys to be fags now because that's the only way they'll sell money to kids pretty much. It's okay to be a pedophile and be a rock and roll at the same time. That's the message America's sending.
God damn, man.
I don't know that. that's just me, you know. Yeah, let's make money off kids. So we'll try to think of a new subject. I'll turn it over to Laz because I'm gonna chug some beer.
Chug it, man. Chug it. Look at that shit.
And it's halftime. Our Spurs are down by 2.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Swear. All right, Laz. What you got?
All right. Let's talk about Let's talk about how much WWE sucks.
Yes, McMahon. I hate you more than the devil himself. If the devil existed.
They got this fucking bland ass Vanilla Ice wannabe John Cena as their top star. I mean, really, man. When you watch wrestling, you want to see somebody that's cool, right?
Well, not cool, but when I see wrestling, you want to see wrestling. You don't want to see a guy that's there to make money off fans or whatever.
Yeah, but think about it. Scott Hall, he was cool to watch. He's cool.
He was only considered cool because we knew he wasn't fake.
Yeah.
So, if you're saying cool, you mean you want to see somebody real.
His persona is cool.
Yeah.
You know, he's cool to watch, you know? You don't think you're looking at some fucking fake ass, these dudes pandering to little kids and...
Look, we all know wrestling is scripted. We all know the guys hang out. We all know that. But when you see the wrestling match itself, you don't want to see something that just looks totally fake and the guys are there because they know they can make money off it, like 2 superstars or whatever.
I mean, if you've seen one John Cena match, you've seen them all.
You've seen them all. A lot of y'all people don't know that Razor, one of our favorite wrestlers, he didn't care if he won or lost. He didn't. He was in there because he was happy to be a wrestler. He was happy he made it big, and he knew all the people.
And he wanted to
entertain. He wanted to entertain, and he made a lot of good wrestlers there better.
Has John Cena ever put anybody over?
No, only himself. Only himself.
You know, Hogan, people can say a lot of bullshit about Hogan, but Hogan put over The Rock. He let The Rock beat him at WrestleMania. He didn't have to. He could have said, "Oh, I'm fucking Hogan. I don't have to lose."
Yeah.
No,
it's in my contract.
He put over Brock Lesnar, and he put him over pretty good. I mean, he made Brock Lesnar look like he was a fucking monster, destroying Hogan. The only guy that he didn't put over was Triple H, which is interesting. He beat Triple H for the title, and he didn't give it back to Triple H. Because Triple H is a bitch, and everybody knows it. Scott Steiner knows it.
For future references, we wouldn't recommend that you tell that to his face, because he's pretty big.
He's big. But hearing some insider stories by Scott Steiner,
Big Papa Pump ain't no bitch.
Triple H is just a whiny little whore that doesn't know how to fight. Not a real fight. Okay? He'll run away and hide behind any politics he can, or any
Well,
wife.
well,
Any wife of his.
okay, I agree with you on that. But in Triple H's defense, he's got to look out for his future interests. He can't afford to be fighting over some silly shit and then get fucked up over that. You know,
Mhm.
we don't need to fight Triple H. We just had to have weapons, and don't you think he knows that?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm just saying he has to look out because you're right. He's already at the top of the list as far as running a company. He knew how to get there, and can you blame him? No,
No, you can't really.
you can't really blame him.
Anybody would have done that
But we do blame you for being a little bitch as far as winning the titles that way.
all the time.
Do it the right way. You're blocking all these guys that have a chance for future references just for yourself.
Anybody
You either choose to run a company properly and stay there as corporate, or get your ass out there and do it yourself like the rest of them are doing it.
Mhm. Well, let's think about Triple H. Okay, think about this. Okay, when he was before he became Triple H.
Triple H, you were the man before you became this fucking thing you have become or whatever.
All right, I'm sure everybody can see it on YouTube. Triple H's first WrestleMania, he got beat by the Ultimate Warrior in 30 seconds. Okay, and imagine that this guy that got beat by Triple H in 30 seconds, then went on to be fucking Shawn Michaels' bitch, his lackey, his like fucking hang around, would hang out with him all the time. All of a sudden, he starts banging the boss's daughter, and he's the world
And
champion.
he's big now.
And he's a champion, and he's always on top, no matter what.
Look, I can't blame him for doing that because Triple H is a big guy or whatever, but it looks like he's bigger in the brain than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. All right, let's go to the current WWE and how much they suck. All right.
Well,
The last show that I saw.
better yet. I'll up you one more.
Ah.
Let's go to when they started to suck.
Ah.
When shit started to change. I think what would really stab the thing in the back for us is how McMahon, and we'll go to it again, but how McMahon screwed over fucking Bischoff
Oh.
just to make sure that McMahon will always be the powerhouse. You know, that was so wrong of him. I have no respect for McMahon. If I wish nothing but for bad events to happen to him. You know,
Well, the thing about McMahon is that
why couldn't he be in the tsunami in Japan?
he's just a ruthless motherfucker, you know. He's just a ruthless motherfucker. And, you know, these people at Time Warner, they fucked up wrestling. Time Warner, man, that's the one that really fucked it up.
Time Warner had a contract with Bischoff before Time Warner was big. Bischoff was going to buy the rights apparently to
WCW.
to WCW at the time, which was huge because WCW came out of nowhere when Bischoff left WWF before it was WWE and all that. But Bischoff was going to buy the rights pretty much to keep WCW.
Keep it on the air, and they canceled it
And
out of nowhere.
to keep it on the air, you know, because at that time it just started, but it was so big for the time. It was on for maybe about a year before it did any of that, and it had all the big time players. What happens? McMahon probably did some dirty work on the side, and Bischoff gets a call from Time Warner saying, "We already sold the company to McMahon for pretty much a penny."
Yep.
And Bischoff received nothing, no rights, no credits, and no more show. Canceled
So
like that.
think about it like this. All right. The only reason that the WWF is even the way it is right now is because of WCW.
Razor and Nash, if you are watching this, we know it's a long shot, but feel free to comment us if we're messing any of our facts up. We get most of our shit from you guys.
I mean, what was the first show to go live 2 hours every Monday night? WWE. It was WCW. So, hey man, they do whatever they want. But the current product blows. They actually think the fans are so stupid. They think that the worst thing a wrestler can do is smoke. Which is pretty fucking like a childish, dumb thing. So they have this wrestler called The Truth, used to be a TNA World Champion. They can't figure out a way to get him over with the fans. So they decided that he's going to be a bad guy, and the worst thing that he could do is smoke a cigarette. It's like, you know,
Smoke a cigarette. Wow.
you have Stone Cold drinking Keystones. He doesn't drink Budweiser no more. He drinks Keystone. He has to.
Keystone sucks, by the way.
Yes, Keystone Light. And so, you know, you got your WWE catering to 5-year-olds, pretty much. You know, their best match they had at WrestleMania was Triple H Undertaker.
But that was recent.
Two guys from the Attitude Era, from the 90s. Two guys that are like so far from being like every week guys that it's not funny. You got their top stars are Cena, who's pretty much makes me want to vomit as soon as I see him on my TV. Their champion is The Miz, who can't wrestle, is an ex-real world star, and has no credibility. Their next guy is Randy Orton, who's pretty much makes me fall asleep every time I look at him.
But there's one thing I want to talk about. It still sticks with WWF. And before the transition of WWE, a lot of y'all don't know. McMahon will not fully admit it, but I blame him for the many deaths of the wrestlers that happened. You have a lot of them that died from steroid abuse, drug abuse, or whatever, because of the pressure in that WWF/WWE era that McMahon wants for them. The bigger, the better. Apparently, is the logo on there.
Look at a video. Look at a YouTube video of Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero when they were in WCW.
The before and after.
Look at them again when they won the world titles.
Look how
At
big
WrestleMania.
they were.
They were huge, and just look at the age.
That's why I have no respect for McMahon, because he will never acknowledge that, and he doesn't care.
Both guys.
He got his money out of them, and you know why he doesn't care? Because he can always replace him with a new wrestler, that's on the juice, that's on the roids, and I will never respect a man like that. I wish nothing but bad events to that man. I mean, good wrestlers, goddamn Mr. Perfect.
How about this? How about this for an insult?
Owen Hart. I'm gonna go with last right now because he's gonna give you a list of people that have died as far as WWE, and I'm only gonna have him name 10 out of probably 78, maybe 80.
Here's a side issue right here.
Okay, side issue.
Owen Hart died in a WWF ring.
A tragic accident.
During the show, they didn't stop the show. They could have, but they didn't. Then, this year, they inducted Drew Carey into the WWE Hall of Fame. Drew Carey, yeah.
The comedian?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. Because he appeared at the Royal Rumble like 10 years ago for like a minute. That's why.
What the fuck is that all about?
Alright. Guess who's not in the Hall of Fame? Owen Hart.
Owen Hart.
Isn't that interesting?
You know?
That's very interesting. That shows you what they really care about.
Razor, we were with you. We saw the YouTube footage. Man, you should have beat that guy into an oblivion for even remarking and even trying to make a joke out of Owen Hart and his death. You did nothing wrong, man. Everybody else were just bitches.
Razor's the man. All these fuckers on the internet saying that, you know, this and that about Razor, about Scott Hall, that, you know, he should die or whatever. Fuck that shit.
No.
Y'all don't know what alcohol abuse is about.
If you're gonna be a wrestling fan, be a wrestling fan. Do your history.
But
Don't
also,
just jump on the fucking bandwagon.
But also be a human being, man. Shit. All these little bitches on the internet, fuck y'all.
Well, they're kids, man.
Yeah, they're little kids, little fucking crybabies.
If you're
internet wrestling community.
If you're 13 to 24, you're just a kid to us, okay?
They don't know jack. They don't know shit. Okay, let's go with the...
all right. We got to be back. We got to be right back. When we come back, we'll give a list of the dead wrestlers under Vince McMahon.